About a month ago, 8 days before I turned 32 years old, I was diagnosed as ADHD. And that is a useless thing to learn about yourself. At 32 years... The doctor was like, Nate, you're pretty ADHD. And I was like, so no gym class? Why would you say that? That hurt my feelings. And she said, no, it's pretty obvious that you have an anxiety disorder. And I said, yeah, I know. Don't write that down. She actually asked why, and I said, because it makes me nervous. Are you new? But she said, no, I think the reason you're so anxious is because this ADHD has never been diagnosed or treated, so I'm going to give you a prescription for Adderall. And if you don't know what that is, it's cocaine! And it works. Oh my God. But here's the thing, like, she gave me the prescription, I took it down to the pharmacy, I handed it to the pharmacist, and he said, well, first of all, Mr. Weatherup, this is a really high dose. This is like twice as much as I would normally give to somebody. And I said, well, I'm twice the age of a person that's supposed to have this problem. And he said, well, here's the thing, I actually tried to run it through your insurance, and your insurance company believes that you're too old for the drug. And I said, again, story checks out. Stop giving me problems, what do we do? And he said, well, here's the thing. Take this form and bring it back to your doctor. Have the doctor fill it out. Bring this form back to me, and we'll send it over to your insurance company. And basically, the form just lets the insurance company know that your doctor believes the medicine is necessary. And I said, sir, what you just described to me is a prescription. Also, I was just diagnosed as ADHD, and you're giving me more tasks to accomplish. And I'm pretty sure that's a hate crime. I don't trust doctors. I don't trust anybody in the medical field for one very specific reason. That's because when I was a teenager, I actually had a doctor say to me, well, Nate, allergies are a defense mechanism. No, they aren't. Platelets are a defense mechanism. If I'm about to bleed to death, my body's like, send the platelets, seal the wound. But if I smell a dandelion, my body is like, send all of the mucus! That is not a defense mechanism. If it was, that'd be a terrible weapon. We're under attack. Get him! Did we win? I think the worst allergen has to be cats. Because as far as I can tell, the cat is the only thing that is at once an allergen and an ass about it. Because they know. They do. If you're allergic to cats, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The moment you get into somebody's place that has a cat, your butt touches the couch, and that thing is just on your lap with its face in your face. Just... Every time I go to my girlfriend's place, that happens. She's like, oh my God, he trusts you. No, he's trying to kill me. And I know that's true, because every time he does it, he gets right in there. And then he just stops and looks at me and goes, I know your secret. So I just moved in with my girlfriend and her cat. Yeah, that's right, because I would rather live with something that's trying to kill me and her cat than to ever have to go on a first date ever again until I die. That's how much I hate them. I'd rather be itchy for eternity than ever have to do that. Because as far as I can tell, a first date is just you and a stranger sitting down to appetizers and lying. You say the most ridiculous stuff on a first date. Have you listened to yourself? Male or female, it doesn't matter. You say the most absurd things like, I'm independent. No. You're alone. I know that because I'm here too. Independent people own businesses and write poetry. We met on a dating app. Let's break that down real quick. You and I both sat down with our cell phone, typed in 2 sentences about who we are as a person, and hoped that phone then farted out love. That is extremely dependent. At this point in history, I think if you're going on a first date, you should have to bring with you a sexual resume. Yeah, and I wanted to have 3 things. I want to know your past experiences. I want to know any special skills you might be bringing to the table. And I want references. I think that's fair. And I think one of those references has to prove we're not related. Very important. Because I have an enormous family. Yeah. Like my grandpa is straight off the boat from Alabama. Yeah, Pappy's 1 of 9. Mom's generation, 54. My generation, there are 236 of us. Yeah. It has gotten to the point where if I go to a bar and I meet a girl and we have too much in common, I was just like, what is your grandma's name? This is a fun job. This is a very fun job. I used to be a teacher. I was a high school English teacher for 3 years until I realized there are less stressful ways to be poor. Yeah. My first year of teaching, I taught in this really dangerous area in Chicago, and I went there like, I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna be like Michelle Pfeiffer in that Coolio movie. I'm gonna change the world. And I did not. And I knew wasn't gonna on our 3rd day of class when we had our first quarterly gang prevention and awareness meeting. And the best part was they were like, use yourself as the example. That's how you prevent people from joining games. Use yourself as the example of what these kids can become if they make the right choices. All right, yeah, let's give that a whirl. Listen, guys, you don't need to join a gang, because you could be like me. Yeah, you guys don't need income, or protection, or brotherhood, because you could be like Mr. Weatherup. And have a Saturn. Guys, I'm Nate Weatherup. You've been a ton of fun. Have a good night.